Whether it's taking those exotic vacations or paying for your children's college education, or whether it's residual income monthly on retirement. There's many reasons why people look for cash flowing properties. Watch this video and discover 5 ways that I look for cash flowing properties. My name is Andrew. I'm a residential and commercial realtor in Calgary, Alberta. I encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel and provide Calgary and real estate related information as well as investor info. Like and subscribe to my channel. You won't be disappointed. Now, just like everyone else, we're all on the hunt for this elusive cash flowing property. But we have to realize that not all properties are the same. We have to define cash flow. So cash flow is the amount of money remaining after you subtract your income from your expenses. Now, when I'm running my numbers and looking for cash flowing property, I like to use the 4 square method for analyzing rental properties for bigger pockets. You can actually get that online. It's just a PDF, down and dirty sheet where you're filling in the numbers. Now, they're looking at rental property. Right? When you're looking at rental income, you're looking at the actual rent and any other income that comes from a particular property. So things like laundry, there's coin-operated laundry, or there's you're renting out the garage, so storage, or any other miscellaneous income that comes from it. So that's your total monthly income. And the expenses, don't want to cheat yourself on the expenses just to make the deal work. You have to make sure that you cover yourself in everything, in every item. So when you're looking at expenses, you're looking at taxes, you're looking at insurance, water, sewer, gas, electric, and then you're looking at during the winter and summer, like lawn and snow removal, or lawn mowing. Then I like to use 5% for vacancy, because there might be a period of time where the property is vacant. 5% for repair, and then also 5% for capex. So that's major things that might go wrong with the property. So furnaces, roofs, major ticket items. And then if it's an out of province or out of state, looking at 10% for property management. So once I have all those totaled and have the numbers for all those that's my total monthly expenses. So to find out my cash flow, I'm just subtracting my total monthly income from my total monthly expenses. And once I have that monthly cash flow, I'm just going to times it by 12 to get the annual cash flow. So if I find that I'm either negative once I subtract income from expenses, I know that's a bad deal, and I don't need to go any further with it. First, when I'm choosing looking for cash flow, I have to look at my location. Am I trying to find areas where property is reasonably priced or cheaply priced that are potential growth areas? So if they're by universities or they're by hospitals, then I could look at a single family home where I'm getting at least 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and I can potentially rent out per room, have that rent out per room scenario, where I'm renting out student rentals or doing midterm rentals for traveling nurses. I'm looking at the community context, so I'm trying to find the cheapest home or the least expensive home in most desirable community that where I know that rents are higher and where I can charge a little bit higher. So if it's not necessary, if it doesn't meet that desirable community, I try to go as close to it. I'm looking at off-market deals. So here I'm looking at realtor Facebook groups that are promoting pocket listings and off-market listings. Looking at Facebook Marketplace and Gigi. So because typically in those areas off markets are going to be less price because there's not the commission aspect that has to be put on top of it. So generally cheaper properties going to be higher returns, and as long as the lower price doesn't affect the quality that much, that leads to number 4 is just looking for value add property. Value add property is property that you have to add value to. There's some sort of repair has to be done, or some sort of component that needs to be fixed to actually add value. So basically, you're putting sweat equity into the property. So maybe it's adding a bedroom, or maybe it's changing out the original windows and help reduce the heating expense. By adding a bedroom, the more rent you can charge, and if you're by a room scenario, you're just increasing your potential cash flow. You might be in a scenario where you can't raise the rents. You're already at market rents, but you could do something about the expenses. So sometimes that could be like looking at property management. How much are they charging you, or how much are they charging the previous? Maybe they're gouging a little bit of padding the month, or heating. Heating expense, like I said before, adding value, taking the furnace out, putting in a high efficiency furnace, reduce your overall heating costs. Or looking at potentially, it's a duplex or a triplex, having 3 meters or 2 meters, able to push some of that to the tenants. So different ways to minimize the expenses if you're on market rents. So those are 5 ways that I look for cash flowing properties. Obviously, with the higher interest rates, they're a little harder. This is Coach Joseph, coaching you through the real estate process.